timing. But just give me the timing. That's the whole game.
Now.
Now?
Now. It's now.
So I'm a simple guy. Whenever I hear Ron Barron talk about Tesla, I click, I watch, and I pay attention because this man never disappoints. And this time was no different. He dropped some massive bombshells. He left everybody absolutely, literally speechless, and he dismantled, crushed, and absolutely annihilated every single Tesla FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt we heard over the past 6 months.
But I think all the cars are going to be electric. And I think hybrids, I know you love hybrids, that's not going to last either.
To me, it's funny to see all these experts that were telling you that they're shorting Tesla before earnings, that Tesla's going to go down, while we in the community kept buying Tesla throughout the past few years, including before earnings, including before earnings. Well, my next play increased the hell out of my Tesla position, buy into the weakness. Now, I'm obviously not mad at the people who flipped like a Wiener Schnitzel from shorting Tesla to being hyperballs. Welcome aboard. That's a net positive for the stock, for the community, no doubt. But to you, the rest of my community, let it be a lesson to you about the importance of having a long-term mindset, about the importance of buying at all times, about dollar cost averaging instead of trying to time the market. That thing never worked.
I don't worry about short term, but I do look around all the time and see everyone getting rich, and I'm not poor, but I haven't made a lot of progress in the last 3 years. So therefore, I think it's like a rubber band. I'm going to catch up again.
Now, let's go through one by one, and I'll share with you my opinion, my insights, and I'm going to add some color to what he's saying because this man, look, if he had some bigger balls, we'd have to fly him on a 747 all by himself. Check it out.
Can it be too big? Sure. It's around, I don't know, it's around $3.5, $4 billion, something like that.
Now, this man has between $3.5 and $4 billion in Tesla. That's his investment. Now, I'm not even going to talk about the fact that what kind of wealth level you need to get to not to know where $500 million exactly is in the sea of investments you got. That's a whole different story. I mean, he's not there for clicks. He's not there for clout. He's not pumping his little stocks like some of the other clowns we've seen on social media. He's there because he got fed up with all this nonsense he keeps hearing about Tesla and all this fraud on mainstream media. He comes in to basically put everybody in order. And in this interview, he definitely did. And he dismantled every single FUD we had before the earnings. Now, luckily for us, in this community, we've made a video a few times, let's say 10 or 20 or 30,000 times, telling you, hey, Tesla is a buy. Tesla is a buy. Literally the day before earnings, I'm going all in on Tesla at this price. This is maximum fear. This is the perfect opportunity to increase your cost basis. And we knew this in the community. Folks, you are being played right now. It's always the same game. The overreaction that the market is having right now is by design. It is designed to create a false reality of the end of the world scenario where you all sell at the bottom and buy at the top every single time so they can make money. The World War III is coming. World War IV is coming. Whatever. Space aliens are invading. Everything to get you to sell right now so they can buy at the bottom and ride it all the way up and then do it all over again. Wax on, wax off, like fucking Karate Kid. Now, to the people who are joining us now, and the people who are here for the first time or the second time, this is the sort of thing I like to see. A guy who's been invested in Tesla forever, he's not going anywhere, and is focused about the long term. That's the only way to do it. Now this winner flipping from shorting to hyperbulling, then to shorting again, forget about this stuff. You can't time the market, definitely not a stock like Tesla. Now, I want you to listen to the next thing he's talking about because this is super important.
But I think all the cars are going to be electric, and I think this hybrid is just a sort of a holding off action so the automobile companies don't have to lose money on the electric cars. But the electric cars, I think it's going to be all the cars 10, 15 years from now. And I think hybrids, I know you love hybrids, that's not going to last either. They're too expensive, and they're not effective enough, and they're not going to be part of the mix either. So it's going to be all electric.
Now, in this segment, he makes a simple observation, which I think eluded most of these so-called experts with the Excel spreadsheets showing them how Tesla is a $70 car company. He's saying, look, guys, in the future, eventually, every single vehicle on the road will be electric. And the reason is not because I love Elon Musk or I love Tesla. It's because it is the most cost-effective thing to do as a vehicle operator. It's the cheapest car to own, maintain, and operate. Nothing comes close. Not even hybrids. They're hella expensive compared to electric vehicles. And he talks about incentives. Show me the incentive, I'll show you the behavior eventually.
So there's only one company in China that's profitable, by the way. That's BYD, Warren's company, Buffett's company. And that's a company makes $1 billion a quarter, and our company makes $4 billion a quarter. No one else makes money. Ford loses so much. General Motors, everyone loses money on this.
So what's the reason it's going to go up, and when?
Oh, it's going to go up huge.
When?
And now. I mean, now is the bottom.
Okay.
And so what they're doing is they're going into Robo taxis. Well, we have a small investment in Cruise because I wanted to see what they're doing.
You know how rich I am? I'm actually a Cruise investor. Guess what? I've seen it from the inside. It's not good. You know what? Waymo, they have a $250,000 capex investment in every single vehicle for equipment to actually drive this thing autonomously.
And Waymo is, their cars are $250,000.
Because of all of the sensors and all of
And they're trying to take cost out. And for us, it's software.
Tesla has literally zero cost to run the car. It's all software. It's all code. It's 100% scalable. There's no capex. There's no equipment. How can you compete with this? He's literally just giving them the roadmap saying, hey, look, Waymo, Cruise, these are nice prototypes. They look great. But is this scalable on a national, international level? No.
Ron, would you like to see how we've made unbelievable advances? The first 11 versions had to be designed so that they had to code every single thing that happened.
Right, and now it's all AI.
It was impossible. And so therefore, they weren't making progress for 2 or 3 years. They were at a plateau. And now what's happened, they have version 12. They have all this enormous amounts of data, and now they have compute to figure out, humans can't do it. Now they have compute to figure everything out. And so now you're on the verge with autonomous driving in your cars.
Now in this clip, he actually educates them on something that most Tesla bulls already know, which is by version 11, all of this was code from V11 and above, and we are currently at 12.3 beta, FSD beta. No code. It's pure AI. It's pure AI. There's no code. It's a living, breathing, autonomous AI that drives these vehicles. And every day it's getting better. And every day Tesla is accumulating more data and more compute than anybody else.
And so where do you want to go? So I want to see Steve Jobs' house. And say, okay, so they punch in the address, and we get into the car drives around by itself. Didn't do it, all we did is punch it in. Drive around the parking lot, goes to the road, there's traffic going both ways, it looks both ways, looking for an entry to get in, gets an entry, pulls in, makes a left-hand turn, drives right behind cars in front of us, there's a stop sign, first car stops, goes, second car stops, goes, we pull up the stop sign, car looks both directions, makes a right-hand turn. Just drives. And then all of a sudden there's a pedestrian crossing the street. The car stops to let the pedestrian cross the street. The pedestrian, I don't know if I was being set up on this, but the pedestrian waves, and then the car starts going again. Then it pulls up, then it makes a left-hand turn, and then goes in front of Steve Jobs' house.
And he tells him a story that any 12.3 user or somebody who's experienced 12.3, who's seen FSD in real action for 40 minutes, for an hour, we already know this stuff. But he basically told them, look, we went to Steve Jobs' house, the car literally drove itself, we've seen the pedestrian waved off the vehicle, Tesla just basically rode it like it was an absolute human being driving it. Everything felt human, it didn't feel robotic.
So what's going to happen is that I thought the idea had been that you're going to sell a lot of cars. So as a result of that, once they have those cars out there, you'll sell autonomous driving. And he said the other day that he's negotiating to sell autonomous driving for some other cars too. No one has the compute, no one has the data.
That's the long-term thing. If Tesla's everywhere, just like
if they're making cars,
charging.
If they're making cars, they make $7,000 in profit a car for a car they're selling for $35,000, minus the $7,500 credit.
And I think the point Ron Barron is making here is that, look, guys, you are looking at this and you're saying this is not finished. And I agree with you. This is not finished. But you think this is about 65% all the way through. There's 35% more to go. And I'm telling you, having used this and having seen this from the inside, it's like 95% finished. So this gap between 65 and 95 is where I'm, Ron Barron, and me, Tom Nash, the retail investor idiot from YouTube, are going to make a lot of money because these buffoons are going to be stuck with the Excel spreadsheet looking at a $70 price target for a car company. Because at this price, even at $170 per share, we're literally just buying the best car company in the world with the highest growth potential and the highest margins. We're getting FSD, robotics, energy, all of this for absolutely free. That's a cheat code. And even though Ron Barron was on TV multiple times trying to educate people, trying to get them to see that this is a monopolistic product, Tesla is going to own this market. It's going to license this thing at 80% gross margin, and it's going to make a lot more money than just selling vehicles. He's trying to tell you, hey, this ain't about the cars. It's about the FSD. That's the actual money maker. And it's literally the infinite money glitch for Tesla.
Your timing. But just give me the timing. That's the whole game.
Now.
Now?
Now. It's now.
And those of you who can see it will make money. Those of you who can't won't. Simple as that. Now, obviously, this is going to be a volatile stock. It's going to be a volatile journey. If you look at Tesla stock, it has a very volatile behavior. It might be at 120 tomorrow. It might be at 200 tomorrow. If you try to catch the bottom and call the top or whatever, you're always going to get screwed by the market and the stock, because the market is literally geared to confuse you and to get you to make wrong decisions. You have to get in the right mindset. You have to get in the long-term mindset. Even Ron Barron talks about it. You have to dollar cost average at all times. Now, if you want to get a little bit better at this, you can actually dollar cost average according into weakness and strength, like we do on our Patreon. In our academy, patreon.com/Tom Nash, we teach you how to dollar cost average a little bit different than anybody else. We teach you a system in which we actually DCA into weakness in a way that gets us very, very close to the bottom of the stock within a couple of years without timing the market even once. Check it out. Join our community, join the academy. If you're not happy with it for any reason, money back guarantee, no questions asked. And of course, I'd love for you to join our community on Discord. We have 10,000 loyal members who talk about Tesla, FSD every single day. We talk about Palantir, technology. It's a beautiful community. And the most beautiful part about it, it is 100% free to join. And of course, since you don't want to go to a gunfight with a knife, you need the right tools. Guys, we've built the software for you to evaluate your portfolio, to evaluate potential stocks, buy, sells, to manage your portfolio. Everything you need to know is on Stock MVP. Stock-MVP.com. It's a platform I've built with my partner so you guys can get better at investing, so you get the right tools for the job, which is DCF, which is insiders, which is financials, which is Stock MVP cards, everything you need to know about the company, everything you need to know about the modeling of the company. It's all there right now. Stock-MVP.com. Try it out 1 week for free. If you don't love it, money back. No problem as always. You know my policy. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you after the weekend.